So good morning. And how are we doing this? What, Friday? Today's Friday? TGIF, look at that. We made it, guys. We made it to Friday. I don't know how we did it, but if it wasn't the little engine that could when it came to getting to Friday, man, wasn't sure we were going to make it this week. But welcome. I've got some work to do, and I'm by myself today. No Joanna. So our daughter is coming home from camp today, and they have a whole bunch of other appointments allotted today. So we just decided that it would be easier for us to split up today. So you got me. We're going to go live. I've got work to do. You guys can ask me questions about it and just see how it's done start to finish. There's some of our favorite projects that I got queued up right now. And she'll be around for the evening live. Oh, thank you. Yes, absolutely. The haircut was necessary. That was what I did after our work day yesterday, after our morning live. I got everything situated, and then I grabbed my son. I was like, let's go get a haircut. He goes, oh, yes. So had to go get, we got big melons, man. My youngest son and I, we've got the biggest heads in the family, proportion-wise. So if the haircut is needed, it's very, very evident. Good morning, Shirley. Thank you, Heather. Yeah. So as you guys pop in, you know how this works. Just the free likes and the shares if you can't do any of the gifts. I will change the gift goal to some roses. As we do things here, it is not about the money for the gifts, because the gift goal that we ask for ends up being about like $1. So we're not doing it to really make the monies per se. It's just to keep the algorithm friendly with us so people see Joanna's content. So again, if you have roses, that's what I'm asking for today. I will also put another small live goal, but that's going to be it. No galaxies, no big stuff. If you don't have the gifts to spare, just the likes and the shares is all that we ask for. The free things helps people see her content as well. Once we get to 5,000 likes, I'll take you guys inside the store. I'll take you inside a not BJ's. Big Y. I'll take you inside a Big Y today. That's a regional grocery chain up here in the Northeast, if you guys don't have those. But I've got two really simple projects that I'm going to show you start to finish, and I'm going to get paid $10 per. And I'm going to explain what I'm doing. You guys are going to see me step by step. I'm going to be going a little slow, so if you're brand new to this merchandising thing, this is going to be the live for you, because I'm by myself. There's only so much that I can only go so fast when I've got to use two phones at the same time and explain what the hell I'm doing. So you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing start to finish without too much issue, unless my hand starts to get cockeyed and not pay attention. But we'll try to avoid that as much as possible. So just keep those likes coming, keep those gifts coming, and we'll get started at 5,000 likes, and we'll get it going here. But I did notice that today is Friday, yeah. So all the free stuff, Kat, you can collect. Usually it's on a time base. It'll be like you'll get free rolls, coins, dice, whatever, after 4 hours or 6 hours. It depends on the game. Everyone's a little bit different. You can also watch all the free ads as well. A lot of times they'll have a whole stack of free ads that you can keep watching for free play. It just depends on the game that you're playing. And that'll help your progress go quite a bit. Hello, Green Eye Blonde. Hello, Angel. Absolutely, Heather. Glad to hear that. Yep. And working by yourself is definitely a something that more people are choosing to do, because real life happens. Those of you that know our situation, we have 5 kids, and we have hectic lives, and we need that flexibility to move back and forth between what we got going on. Yep. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Priscilla. So because we got 5,000 likes, which means we're gonna go inside the store. So I am not Joanna Lynn Official. I am AJ. Joanna's my wife. I'm her husband. You just got me today. You'll see her tonight. But we are freelance merchandisers, and we show you other ways that we do this stuff on TikTok to make money, save money, and get cash back. Everything that we have done is free and will remain free for as long as we can do so. But there's no book, no course, nothing to buy or sell with us. This is just a collection of free apps that you can use right on your phones that we have found over the years to help you in your financial pursuits. So everything that we talk about is always going to be available for free if you go to the profile and click the link in the bio. If you can't click the link in the bio, it's just joannalynofficial.com. Just don't forget the E in Lynn, and it'll bring you to the page of all the apps that we talk about. I'm going to be showing you one app. I've got 2 projects in one app that I'm going to do inside this store. It's one of the merchandising apps. It's called Survey Merchandiser, and this is going to be a really simple, work spot for us to do a little bit of project work. And I'll explain what the concept of what we do is and the other things that we do. But we also have gaming and surveys. We also have, halfway to the live goal. Thank you, Share Lee. What was I going to say? Oh, we also have gaming and surveys, which is just some ways you can get some passive cash in your downtime. All you need is a phone and internet connection. You can earn a little bit of cash doing that. And of course, there's cashback opportunities. If you're not looking for a full-time side hustle or anything like that, saving money on the things that you already have to buy every day is just as important as earning it in the first place. Make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck every time you swipe that card or drop cash on the table. Lots of apps can help you do that as well. I'm here to answer any questions that you guys have about any of the apps that we talk about. I'm going to go inside now, though. Just know that I will be answering questions before and after. I'll answer some while I'm doing the projects, but I kind of have to do my job on my phone. So if I'm not answering questions immediately, the mods will be able to answer some questions in the meantime, and then I'll take a break between my two projects and I'll answer a whole cluster of questions. Good morning, Nikki. How are you? Our recommended one to start with is Field Agent, just because it's probably the simplest in our opinion, but you can start with any one of the merchandising apps. The work is going to be very simple. So if you guys are ready to get started, I'm ready to get started because we're well over 5,000 likes. All I need you to do is just bear with me as I walk inside this store and get on the Wi-Fi. Once I'm on the Wi-Fi, you'll be able to see my projects from start to finish. Hey, Drummer Sky, welcome back. So just give me a second to get on there, and then we'll start working, okay? Okay. Absolutely. That's how we do things here. All right. So just bear with me. We're gonna go inside. Where's my other phone? Okay, I got my other phone. And I'll get on the Wi-Fi and we'll do these two projects. We are connected and going to go. Well, lucky accident there, Drummer Sky. Yeah, again, TikTok isn't always the best at notifying people when we're live. It's par for the course at this point. We pretty much expect it. So, yeah, but glad you caught us. Morning lives are between 9 and noon. Evening lives are between 8 and 10. All right, so apparently my phone does not want to be on the Wi-Fi, but at least I'm on the Wi-Fi on this one. Odd. Anyway, anybody that has hung around with us for a little bit is going to be very familiar with the project that I'm about to do. It's some of our favorite. These are the frozen and the refrigerated meat and breakfast audits. We love these audits. They're very simple, and it's a pretty good introduction into what we do. So as freelance merchandisers, you've probably seen in your local stores people restocking things that don't actually work in there. Like it could be the Frito-Lay guys or the Pepsi or the Coke guys, and they go restock their products. This is the independent contractor version of that stuff. So our job as merchandisers is to walk inside of stores and check on products for companies. And that's completely separate from the regular maintenance that the retail associates will do inside the store. So we're usually just going to be providing a first-hand account of how products are on that given day. We might have some associated extra duties to do. We might restock things, we might put coupons on things, but essentially we're just like a stand-in vendor. If companies have specific questions about sections inside of stores or about specific products inside of stores, that's what we do. So I'm going to start off with survey merchandise. So I'm going to flip my phone around. You guys are going to see these projects that I'm doing. So I'm going to start with my frozen meat and breakfast photo audit. So this is right here, and come on now, start. I'm going to start it. Okay, so this is what you're going to see, and you're just going to fill out these forms on the app, and it's going to walk you through the end of the project. So I'm going to get started. The goal of the survey is to capture aisles. So I am here for refrigerated meat and refrigerated breakfast products. There's a whole bunch of different photos. There's a bunch of diagrams. There's a bunch of instructions telling you how they want their photos formatted. You guys can take. Oops. What question did I miss? Oh, it got stuck. The form got stuck. Yeah, so you can take your time and read these, but we are very much familiar with how that works. It's just so that you are informed of how they want their stuff done. These are all the types of products that they're looking for. There's a few different categories of things that they're looking for. It tells you what they're not looking for. Specifically, we do not need to include seafood in this audit, so if you see that, you can just skip right over it, and we will be, do you understand? Yes, I do. Did you locate the frozen meat and breakfast? So yes, I did. That's where I'm standing right here, right now. So, did you locate another aisle with frozen meat and breakfast? Yes, I did. Wait. It got stuck again. All right, so it's gonna ask you how you're gonna be formatting your form. So I'm standing in the middle of the aisle right now, and there's meat products on this side and on this side. So I'm gonna be saying it's both sides of the aisle, and it's gonna ask me which products are here. So there is prepared meat, there are snacks and appetizers, and there may be breakfast products. If I have to add that, I will. But where I'm standing right now, I don't see any. And value-added protein. This is generally going to be like your bagged chicken nuggets, like your Tysons and your Purdue's and things like that. So, yes, I understand. And I'm going to move next. Now it'll give me my forms. Yes, allow my camera. Thank you. So this is going to be side one. I'm always going to work left to right, so it technically doesn't matter which side of the coolers you start on, as long as you start left to right and then just keep going. So I'm going to start on one side here. Scroll on down. Remember, I will be answering all questions when I'm not doing the project. Some of my mods will be able to answer questions in the meantime. So hold your questions until I finish this project. I'm going to go as quickly as I can, and I've got another one to show if you want to see it done again. So showing the beginning of the aisle. So there's 3 photo slots for this. The first shot is going to be it's going to be a down lane photo just like this, just so that they can see this is the beginning of a new section. I'm going to click finished, and now I'm going to go left to right, and I'm going to open each door that has meat products in it and take a picture of it. So got all these. So I'm just going to take a full angle photo. I do open the door because the condensation and the glare from the glass will blur my photos, just so you know. I always take a picture of the Impossible products. I'm not actually sure if they are required, but I'd rather include one without being sure than miss it and need it. Don't need to do any seafood. I can skip those cabs, and I'm going to keep on coming down and take a picture of each one of these. Yep. So now we're on to the Purdue's. We've got Dino Nuggets. Here's some Tyson Nuggets. There's going to be a bunch more that we're grabbing here. Excuse me. And the next 2, we've got more seafood, which is odd. I'm not sure why the seafood keeps getting spread out, but it is. Look, there's fish sticks and clams, and I don't need any of those. Don't need any of these. And right back to the Hot Pockets right here. Ham and cheese melts and White Castle burgers and stuff like that. So anything that's a frozen meat or a frozen breakfast product, they want to see. Anything that has meat in it whatsoever. There is a list of things that they are not looking for. I can tell you straight up, they are not interested in any of the frozen pizzas. Even though some of them do have, like pepperonis and sausages on them, they do not care. They're not interested in those. So once I get to here, the pizza's going to start, and I can skip all the pizza. So skipping the pizza, skipping the pizza, skipping the pizza. All the way down to breads. Don't need any frozen breads either. Yes, there are breakfast products here. So I'm going to start right here. There's some sausage. There's some Jimmy Dean's. There will probably be some waffles towards the end. Yep, there are. And I'm just going to grab photos of all these just so that they can see how these stores are laid out. So these projects pay anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece. I'm getting $10 for each one of these, and it's very simple work. You guys can see I'm just pointing and clicking. I'm opening the doors. I'm doing this with one hand. I'd be going a lot faster if I didn't have you guys live with me. That's not a slight. I'm just letting you know these projects are very simple. They can take from anywhere from 5 to 25 minutes to complete, and pays anywhere from $5 to $25. You can do as many of these as you want. A lot of these projects, if you get familiar with them, you can repeat in multiple locations. I highly recommend you do that because it just becomes pretty easy money when you do that. You do not need any experience to do these. All you need to do is use the app, set the profile. This one, again, is Survey Merchandiser. You can get it from the profile for free. There are 3 that we do this with, though. There are others out there that we don't have on our profile, but the 3 that we use here are Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Moby. They're all going to be pretty simple. All right, so that's it for this side of the aisle. The last thing I got to do is put a end of the aisle indicating that I've closed that section and that section is done. There we go. Now everything that I just did on this aisle, I'm going to do over there. So I'm going to click done, and I'm going to do my second side. So same thing I just did. Do I understand? Yes. Beginning at the front of the aisle, taking a down lane photo, showing the beginning of a new section right here. Moving on down to the second one. I don't need any frozen vegetables, so I can skip all of these frozen vegetables, and we're back to right here. Again, I always add the meatless products. I'm not sure. There's nothing in the instructions saying that they do or don't want them, so I always include them. It's just a couple of extra pictures anyway. There we go. So, but as I was saying, these are one-off projects. So these projects can be done by anybody, and all the apps run on your location services. So all you need to be able to do is turn your location on, and it will tell you what projects are available in stores near you. We work with a lot of food and beverage products. That's not to say we only do that, but we do work. Oops, I didn't need that picture because I don't need any frozen potatoes. I will delete that picture when I'm done. Actually, I'm gonna do it right now. Finish. I'm gonna delete that photo because I don't need any potato products. Okay, image viewer, I don't need, add more images. Okay, so skipping over. All right, and there's a couple of pasta products that have meat in them, so I will add these too. But anyway, so we're in a lot of our local grocery stores. Again, I'm at Big Y today. Up here in the Northeast, we've got Big Y, we've got Stop and Shop, we've got ShopRite. Stop and Shop specifically is the same parent company as Giant Eagle and Food Lion and a couple of others. So they're gonna be, your projects might actually look pretty similar to some of the ones that I'm doing. So it's a lot of grocery stores. We'll do work inside of Target and Walmart. We also do work with other things inside of gas stations and pharmacies and hardware stores and pet stores. And basically anywhere else you can think of. It's local stores, it's mom and pops, it's corporate chains, it's a lot of stuff. And it's just about merchandising. It's all about location, 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 just like in real estate. So every product that you see for sale on these stores, on these shelves, down to the location, like position on the shelf, how much of it they carry, how much of that brand is available, what the price is, all this promotional sales going on, that is all negotiated at the corporate level. So when these companies enter into contracts with the retailers and the retailers agree to sell their product, these brands are just making sure that their products are being properly represented in the store, because once it leaves the distribution center, it's on the store to do that. So a lot of what we're doing is just providing firsthand accounts to show, hey, this is what this section is looking like the day of the visit. I'm not really giving bad grades to the store or anything. That's not this type of audit, but it is still considered an audit by definition. Excuse me. So not every project is going to be this simple. I mean, this easy, but the work is usually going to be this simple. No matter how many of these you do, they will always have pictures, diagrams, and instructions telling you exactly what you need to do. The most important part in the beginning is a lot of these instructions, and the work itself is very independent, though it's very wordy. You're kind of off on your own learning, which is why we help you guys do this, because it's really not all that hard. Sometimes it just helps to see somebody else do it and have success, and you're like, oh, okay, that's it, all right. And then so, we work with a lot of different products here. And I'm just about done with this spot. There might be one more aisle that I've got to do, but we will cross that when we come to it. Okay, and then that's it for this side. So then I'm gonna be done. Never mind. Finish. Okay, I added some more photos. Finished with that one, and then I'm going to close that section with a down lane photo to indicate that I'm done there. Done. And I go next. Okay, is there another aisle with frozen meat or breakfast products in it? So this, nope, that is beer. I don't need anything in that aisle. I did both sides of this one. Coming down here, is there anything else? Nope, this is all frozen fruit and novelties and ice creams and things. So no. So that's it. That's it for the main aisle section. So I will indicate no. Again, if there was another aisle, depending on the size of your store, how much inventory is carried, just do it over again. But no, I'm done there. Now it's going to ask for the frozen curved cooler. To this day, we've been doing this for 10 years. Never once have I seen one of these in my area that is a frozen cooler. Always check, but just know it's exactly what it sounds like. It's got a 90-degree bend in it, or It might not be that sharp an angle, but if your location has another set of frozen meat or frozen breakfast, and it is in one of these 90 degrees, do the exact same thing that I just did in that section, but I do not have any of those here. No. And the last step for this one is the bunker coolers. These guys right here, all these little things. So all I have to do is take overlapping overhead photos of the bunker coolers that have frozen meat or frozen breakfast. So are there any bunker coolers? Yes, there are. Now, there are 50 entries here. You do not need to repeat your work 50 times. That would be insanity. Only use the number that you need. Promise you, you will be just fine. Beginner's trap. Okay, so this is all frozen, but this is all fish. I don't need any of this. I don't need any of this. This is all still fish. Okay, so this bunker cooler is bust. I don't need anything there. I'm just gonna work right down the line and then I'll be done. And then I'll answer some more questions. Here's a bunker cooler, but this stuff is all refrigerated. I will come back for this one. I'm gonna need that one for my second project. Same thing here, refrigerated here. And frozen here, here we go. We've got frozen burgers. So this stuff all the way down is frozen, or is it just right here? Okay, that's, I don't know if these are frozen. These are frozen though. Yep, I'm just gonna include the entire thing. Yep, there is one refrigerated product in there, but it's okay. So bunker cooler one, all I have to do is take overlapping photos. So I'm gonna show you the best that I can, like this. So you're gonna see an overlapping photo is exactly what it sounds like. So it just means I'm gonna take this shot right here and I'm gonna move over so that the last part of my photo is in the frame of my next photo. So they can see that I'm not missing product. That is all you have to do for overlapping photos. So all you gotta do is strafe and take photos like this. There we go. And I'm just about done here. Because this is my only bunker cooler that we need. Again, if there were more, I would do more, but that's all for the frozen meat. And there's no breakfast for it. I just click done. Next. Last part of this project is taking a picture of the main entrance of the store. If the store address is posted, nobody up here posts their store addresses anywhere, at least in the stores that we do. But I always look. If it is, you can include an extra photo, but they just want to see you're actually where you claim you are. If you start, say, you know, you're not going to be able to fake these projects to large success. They will eventually find you and you'll get booted out of the app. Besides, this work is so freaking easy. Who's faking this stuff anyway? It's really easy to do. So I'm going to put a pin in this project because I do have another one of these to do. So instead of me going out there twice, I'm just going to do both projects when I leave the store. So I'll go back. That is my last, what's this? What did I miss here? Oh, I forgot to do the, oh, okay, no. So I didn't need that one. That's what I did. Okay. Now those are all zeroed out. I accidentally put an extra one that I might have needed, but I did not. All right, so before I start my refrigerated one, I'll answer any questions that you guys have. All right, so I'll flip this around and you guys can see what I'm doing. So I did say, you know, during the project, it's hard for me to actually look at the screen too. So some of the mods will be answering questions in the meantime while I'm doing the next project. But hello, I'm AJ. I'm not Joanna Lynn Official. Joanna's my wife. I'm her husband. You got just me today. We split up today because we had a whole bunch of stuff that we had to do last minute. Our daughter's coming home from camp. We got a bunch of appointments to meet. So you get just me. But we are independent contractors. We are freelance merchandisers specifically. And I'm showing you one of the apps that we use that we merchandise for full-time income on part-time hours. We've been doing this for 10 years now. These are a list of free apps that you can use right from our phone. They don't cost anything to use with or without us, but everything's in the profile. If you just go to the link in the bio or go to joannalynnofficial.com, it's all the same stuff. You can find a website with all of the apps that we use on a regular basis. Some of them are for making money, some are for saving money, some are for getting cash back. There's lots of different free resources that are on there, but everything's free. So grab as many of them as you want and then go back to the profile, watch some of the pin videos, watch some of the side hustle playlists. That'll give you some basic information as to how we do things here, and then come back and say hi because we go live like this twice a day, most days, at the very least once a day. And we show you how to use these apps, we answer your questions, and give you tips, tricks, and advice and all that stuff. Yeah, okay, so Smitty, we are independent contractors. It's hard for us to tell you specifically like what we make. I can make you some projections and stuff, but I'm not making income claims. It's just, that's a rocky path to take. So I'll give you the thing that we usually give people, which is these projects pay anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece and can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 25 minutes to complete. It depends on the store you're doing it, the complexity of the project, and your own experience. But the pay on the project is the pay. Whether that project takes you 5 minutes or 50 minutes, the pay is going to be the same. So in the beginning, this might be a bit of a drag, especially if you're brand new, if you've never done anything like this before. You're also navigating the apps themselves. They can be a bit, I'm not going to say they're not user-friendly, but there's certainly some more user-friendly apps out there that we've seen. So in the beginning, you're just trying to get things done properly, even if it takes you 4 or 5 times longer than it's supposed to, or should, as it's indicated by the project. That's okay. You just need your successes. Make sure you're following the instructions. Make sure you understand exactly what's being asked of you, that you're formatting your photos properly, because all of this is subject to review. But each of these projects, once we're done, we just upload them and we get paid for them in 6 days or less. And you can cash out via direct deposit or PayPal. Mobi is the only one that's weird. That one's digital gift cards to your email. But generally speaking, this is all just constant trickling in of income because these projects keep getting approved. As long as you're working and keep having things, hit the conveyor belt, you're going to have money constantly trickling in. So once you're no longer new, you're trying to get to a position where you can get these projects done in about 15 minutes or less. And I want to talk about the ones that can take you 30 seconds, because there's plenty of those out there that you can do. But I'm talking about the more in-depth audits. You're going to be more engaging with store staff. You might do some inventory, building displays, putting coupons on things, just some more involved tasks, but nothing over your head if you've worked retail once or twice. If you can get to a point where you can get these projects done in about 15 minutes or less, that's a pretty good, efficient rate. Because if you can do that, then we can essentially tell you that you can make $24 an hour as like a baseline, like a income floor. And the reason you can do that is because you only need to complete 4 jobs in an hour, including travel time, at the base pay rate, which is $5 and $6, to make the $24 an hour right there. You are most of the time going to be floating a lot higher than that, especially once you get comfortable with these projects. You'll have whole slews of projects that you can just chew through. And when your job is done, your job is done. So it's not necessarily going to be an hourly rate. If you have, 50 jobs to do and you get them done in 4 or 5 hours as opposed to 8, 9, 10 hours, your job is done for the day. You can go home. So it's not so much about the hourly rate. You can calculate those things, but no 2 days are exactly the same. And we're all working at different rates. We're working in different parts of the country. So there's a lot of variability to what you're earning, because we all work for ourselves too. The other important thing too is because you work for yourself, this makes great supplemental or part-time income. It makes a great side hustle because you are not tied to a desk. You're not tied to a time clock. I'm not on the clock right now. If I can go work to my heart's content, and I have deadlines that I need to hit things done, but does it make a difference if I get it done whether it's in 8 in the morning or 8 in the evening? No, as long as the store's open, I can go do my job. So if you're somebody that already has a full-time job or multiple part-times, if you have familial obligations, whether you're stay at home or you're taking care of somebody that's elderly, you can be on, you can be partially or fully retired, you could be college, you could be military, you can be on state assistance. There's not any exclusions as to who can do this. And we challenge you guys to just mess with this in your spare time, see what works for you, what times of day are good for you, how much work you can fit in days off or on your way to or from work. There's a lot of stuff that we do. So what I'm using is Survey Merchandiser. It's in the profile. There are 2 other apps that we talk about here. They are Field Agent and Mobi, and you can use them all together. I'll show you what those apps look like as well. There are others out there. Just because they're not on the profile doesn't mean they're good or bad apps. It just means we have not established contact with them yet. We would love to bring some of these to the platform. Things that you need before you start? Nothing. I mean, reliable transportation. I'm not going to say that you need a car, because it's definitely not part of your job description. You do not need to have a car. If you live in an area that has reliable public transportation, or you can get a ride, that is all you're going to need. Obviously, some of these apps, specifically Survey Merchandiser, because this is all on the books and it is taxable, you will need some personal information. You're going to be earning income. You file taxes as an independent contractor, so you will need some of that as well. As far as like necessities, there are some materials that will make your life easier. There are some materials based on the project that you're going to need to do your job, but it's nothing crazy. It's like tape measure. It's like they'll mail you products via FedEx, whether it's like coupons or promotional signs or something like that. You might need a Sharpie, like nothing crazy here. Yeah, so mileage, or I should say travel pay, is frequently available on Survey Merchandiser. It's still, at the end of the day, at the company's discretion, but a lot of times, once you're integrated and you kind of can understand how this work goes, they will start reaching out to you and giving you prefabbed routes. And those are going to be like a collection of jobs where you're just going to, basically, if you had a delivery route or a paper route, they're going to put a start point, they're going to put an end point, and they're just going to say, go work like nuts. And they can often give you travel pay because depending on how far you want to travel out, you just want to make sure that you're covered in that sense. You're not trying to burn a whole bunch of gas to not make enough money. So that can always be negotiated and agreed upon before you do your work. So if you are interested in, travel pay, a lot of the time that is available. Does not work in Jamaica, unfortunately. Yeah, so it depends on what's in your area, Desi. So we use all the apps simultaneously. There are others that you can use that we don't talk about as well. And as long as you can kind of, run a few apps at the same time, you are allowed to work as much as you want. There's no cap on income and there's no quota that you need to maintain. Some projects by design are going to be maybe like a weekly or bi-weekly type thing. Some of them are going to be maybe like a 2 to 3 month long contract where you're just going to see that project all over the place and you can just keep repeating it in different locations over and over. Again, some of them do need to be repeated in the same location more than once. So it just depends on what's available in your area. You just got to use your GPS location. Hey, I'd appreciate 50,000 likes. Why not? I mean, I'm not Joanna, but we'll see. Let's see if I can do it. So Survey Merchandiser and Field Agent are both direct deposit. You do not need to use your regular bank account. I do, but if you want to keep finances separate, away from your regular main bank account, you are more than welcome to do so. Usually direct deposit is going to be the way to go, just because it's direct deposit. You don't have to really think about it too much. You request your own deposits in the apps themselves, and Field Agent also gives you the option to cash out via PayPal. Survey Merchandiser also gives you the option to cash out with a prepaid debit card. If you'd rather just earn your funds on a prepaid debit card, you can do that too. Moby pays in gift cards through your email. They have Target, Walmart, Amazon, and Visa. That's going to cover 60 to 70% of the things that you're probably going to need to buy if you shop like we do. Either you go to one of the mega chains or you go buy it online, and that's mostly going to get you done with your Moby earnings. So that's the gist of it. So you don't need to do any market research or anything like that. Especially on Survey Merchandiser, you have the option to preview projects start to finish before you ever do it. You won't get the full instruction list of everything that you need to do as far as like all of the pictures, diagrams, and all the specifics, but it will give you the general overview of what you're supposed to do. Engaging with managers is pretty common. I'm not doing those today, but not every project is going to require you. You might need to print a page or two for your visits. Yes, we do restock. That's pretty common, and it's usually not too bad. You're not grabbing the big pallet mover. You're not ripping things off the shelf. You're just restocking 1 to 3 to 4 products. It's nothing crazy. As far as restocking goes, though, I usually let the store decide how they want to carry that out, whether that's me going in the back getting it physically or having someone that actually works there give me the product. Does not matter to me. Oops, not that. Not what I meant to click. All right, I am going to set up one more goal just in case. Remember, the gifts are not required, and it's not for money-making purposes. It is just so that TikTok fairly distributes Joanna's content. That is all that it's for. So if you don't have gifts to give, that's totally fine. We still take the likes and the shares. That helps the algorithm as well. But if you do, I'm talking we're going to make a total of $2. Maybe $3. That's not what these are for. And the gifts that we do collect residually, we are giving away in giveaways on things like Instagram. So if you're not following Joanna on Instagram and YouTube, it's Joanna Lynn Official, just like here. Thanks, guys. How do you find working Field Agent, not just the display? So, it depends on what's available in your area. That's one thing that you can't really get around. It's just some parts of the country are going to be a bit busier than others, and this is going to fluctuate with retail trends too. So we're getting towards the busy part of the year. We're already hitting back to school. From back to school, you guys already know that you're going to all the different holidays, from Thanksgiving right into Black Friday to Cyber Monday to Christmas. Yeah, that one. Also Halloween's in there too. There's a bunch of Halloween things that we do. Seasonal projects, and then we go right into the new year where a whole bunch of inventory needs to get done. So we are approaching the busy season, so to speak, but there's stuff all year round. Yes, you can do this in a different state. We travel pretty frequently. We usually try to get a decent sample of what is away from where we live. We will actually be in Pennsylvania the beginning of next week, so we will be doing some work out there as well. But yes, we often travel out of state and do work. Yep, field agent's a really easy one to start. Really easy one to start. And we encourage you guys to try them all, because this is all totally dependent on your time and your schedule. Find times in your day where this is going to work for you, because I'm not on the clock. I can take as long as I want. As long as the stores are open and I'm hitting my deadlines by when I need my projects due by, does not matter whether I do it immediately or the last second. It's just the reality of it. Hey, cool, we're almost there. Well, thanks there, friends. Thank you so much. Yep, so all the apps that we talk about are for free in the profile. Nothing to buy or sell. These apps are free with or without us. And I'll talk about any specifics that you guys have, but I do have one more project that I can show you guys if you guys want to check it out. Same thing I just did with the frozen audit, but it's going to be refrigerated meat and breakfast. It's really easy. Oh, you're already a merchandiser? Very nice. So you already know what's going on. You understand, you're a vendor, you go in and check up, say, hey, how you doing to the managers. You're going to be just fine with this. You can pick this up and use it as a, like a side thing. Yeah, we both work together. Yeah, for sure. N-Search, we usually give them up to 6 days per project. It doesn't always take that long, but it's just their policy. There's thousands of these that get done in a day. So it just comes down to when they reach yours in the list. Sometimes they try to batch a bunch of your specific projects and clear them all at once, but not always. I have been paid as early as same day in some occasions. I'm never going to tell you that's always going to pay same day, but it happens. It does happen. But just as long as you're continuously working, you're going to have a steady trickle of projects that are going to get completed, and you're just going to have, quick hits of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 over and over and over and over again. And it's just going to start building up passively in your payment center. You can cash out whenever you want. Just starting out, this is amazing. Awesome. Yeah. So you can make as much as you want in a day. There's no cap on income, nor is there a quota that you need to maintain. But it's usually a lot of quick hits of $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 over and over and over again. I'm getting paid $10 per project that I'm doing right here. And then you'll get some of your bigger projects. You'll get travels pay, bonus pay. A lot of that stuff comes later once you're no longer nil. Yeah. But I actually don't need to speak to a manager for these projects. But speaking to a manager is pretty common and usually pretty easy. All right, so you guys want to see it done again? Here we go. So again, I will be answering more questions after, but I'm going to start my refrigerated audit right here. So same thing I just did. It's just going to be a little bit different because these are open air coolers. There's no doors, and all I have to do is overlap my photos. So same thing that I'm doing. It's telling me what I'm looking for, how they want their photos, specifically what products I'm supposed to be finding for them. Yes, I understand how the payment structure works. It's telling me examples of what they are looking for, what they are not looking for. Yep, so the breakfasts, refrigerated prepared, home meal replacements, lunch meat, dinner meat, bacon, sausage, all of that stuff. They do not want any jerky. They don't want any lunch trays, like the pre-made deli platters. They don't want any seafood. They don't want anything from the actual deli section or anything like this. They just want the things in the open air coolers right here. Yes, I understand. So I'm going to set up my forms just like I did before. Do I understand? Yes. Did you locate an aisle with refrigerated meat and breakfast? Yes, I did. Oops. I hate when it does that. There we go. So this is a one side of the aisle deal because we're at the back of the store. It doesn't actually need me to do anything else. So it's just one side of the aisle. I keep hitting that and it's not giving. All right. So there is uncooked meat. There is, nope, I wouldn't say there's prepared meat, but there's definitely munch meat, dinner meat, bacon, hot dogs, breakfast sausage, lunch, snacks, combos, breakfast plates, home meal replacements. If I need to uncheck any of those, I will, but we'll see how it goes. So now I'm gonna hit next, and I'm gonna reset my form again. So it's just one side of the aisle right here, and all I have to do is overlap my photos. So I'm gonna take a picture of the beginning of the aisle, just like I did for the frozen one, showing that this is the beginning of my section. Take it like that. Second section is all the photos in between. So this is the only difficult part, is just, you know, sharing the aisle. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to do that. So you just overlap your photos and grab like these. So I'm just strafing and snapping. You know, they would always rather more photos than not enough. So you just kind of, go ahead, wait my turn. See where I left off on those blue products, so I'll overlap the blue products once I get my shot in there. Just wait my turn. And again, I'm only responsible for this back wall and these bunker coolers, and I'll be done with this project too. There is a small section over there that does have some doors. I'm not sure what's in there, but I'll get there when I come to it. I will consider that still as this section, because it is all against the back wall. So I'm not going to create it as a brand new section. So not required for what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. But not the end of the world. Not at all. So, grab right in here. Make sure your photos are full frame, not cutting anything off. Go like this. Making sure I'm not cutting off product. And keeping it going. Just strafing and snapping. Really easy stuff. You guys can see that I'm hitting all the same products, just like I was in the frozen section. Right here. Now for these ones, I do need to open the doors. Required. Because the glare and or the condensation on the glass will kick my projects back. Just telling you from experience, don't be lazy. Most of these doors open and lock just like this, assuming that they're working properly. So just take an extra second, open each one of these, grab your shots, and be done with it. Yeah, you can see there's a bunch of the prepackaged lunch meat products that I can click on. There's Lunchables, hitting the hot dogs next. I will be done with this section once I'm done with, I got 4 doors left. 4 doors. So hopefully it's looking easy, because it is easy. I'm also doing this with one hand. I would be going a lot faster, and you'll probably go faster than I am when you're working by yourself. But these are some great projects to learn on. These are the frozen meat and breakfast audits. These are very simple. Usually we do these in our major retailers in our area. So all of my photos will show up, and then my final photo is closing the section with a down lane photo, showing that I'm done. Next. Done. Next. Okay. Is there anywhere else with refrigerated breakfast? No, there is not. Now, the curved air coolers. I have seen a few of these that are refrigerated, but there are none in this location. If there were, I would do the same thing that I just did on the curved coolers. But the last step is, of course, the bunker coolers. Once again, yes, there are bunker coolers. No, you do not need to repeat your answers 50 times. Only use the number of bunker coolers that are required. So, bunker cooler 1. I've got 1 and 2, and I think that's it here. So, we'll grab my spot right here. So overlapping shots right here. So whoop, here, 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 here. See how quick I can go. Also, just give yourself an extra second for your camera roll to focus your shots. Trust me, you don't want to have to go back because your phone was you were going too fast or something. Trust me, there is a way that you can do this quickly, but in the beginning, speed is not important. Accuracy is important. Speed comes with time. Yeah, really simple stuff. Do you guys think you could walk around your store, take photos? Because that's it. I'm done. So the last part of my photo, I do have to do this for my other project too, is take a picture of the main entrance of the store. So that's the last thing I have to do. Again, if the address is posted, they do want to see that. Again, just so that they can see I actually am where I claim to be, that I'm not faking these projects. But in our locations, nobody posts the addresses on the grocery stores here. I don't know why, they just don't. So I am gonna get off the Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna walk outside, I'm gonna grab my photos, and I'll be done here. So stick around. I'm not going anywhere. We're gonna go chill in the car. Got a few more questions if you guys, and a few more things to talk about if you guys want to hang out. So stick around and take my photo over here. And you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, stellar. I'll just take a wide angle like this so they can see, hey, look, this is not the same picture that I keep seeing all the time. Next. And I captured all of these. All of these. Indeed, I did. Yes, I have. Any comments, questions? None. How many minutes did I take? We'll call it 15. About, because, you know, I was going kind of slow. If necessary, please add any photos. You don't have to, but sometimes just adding an extra photo will help you zero these out. Not always required, but whenever it asks, again, I'd rather just do it. This was a easy project, easy to understand the instructions. I'm going to say moderate because it's just very verbose. Any issues that are relevant? No relevant issues. Satisfied. Any problems? No, I did not. Am I done? Nope. None. Okay, done. Am I done here? Okay. So then, once I'm done, yes, this is ready for upload. Now, before I leave, I do need to go open my frozen one again. Hold on, go back to my projects. Open my frozen one. I will continue my project. Like I said, you can put a pin in your stuff. The last thing I need to do for this one is additional photos. Take a photo of the front of the store, just like I did before. And there we go. There's my photo of the front of the store. And all of these I grabbed. Yes. No comments. Again, if there was anything specific to your visit, anything that they would want to know, in the event that you were asked to leave or something like that, this is where you would put those. You know, you'll still be paid for your time if that happens. Just know it's not your fault and it's not the norm. But very rarely does that happen to us. It was easy. It was easy. Oh, moderate. Easy. And satisfied. No problems. Done. Okay, so all I have to do is upload those projects digitally and I'll get paid for them in a couple of days. Those were $10 projects. They were really easy. All right. Yep. So that was 2 projects on Survey Merchandiser. It was the frozen meat and the refrigerated meat. So I can show you what the apps actually look like. I mean, you guys saw, you know, the actual apps themselves, but like I can show you how you can find work on your apps. So, as long as the service cooperates, because I don't have the greatest service over here lately. I'm not sure what's going on with the cell service. Do you put moderate if you have to stray from customers? You can. Yeah, again, it's just a rate. The only thing is, if you tell them that their instructions are confusing, they're going to ask you why. Other than that, yeah, I still got a little bit of ice. Still got a little bit of ice. For those 2, my mom, yes. Projects pay anywhere from $5 to $25. So if I was just by myself, I probably could have got both of those projects done in about 5 minutes, because that project we are very experienced with. We do those all over the place. Those are comfort projects for us. So whenever we see those, we're like, oh yeah, easy money right there. And it's not like we're working for our jobs. You know, it's not a handout. You go and you do work. But yeah, those are some of our favorite ones. There's a couple of other ones that are pretty simple too. It depends on the app that you're talking about, though. So we did the frozen meat and breakfast, and we did the refrigerated meat and breakfast. Those are on Survey Merchandiser. They were $10 each. Excuse me. All right. So once I upload these, I'll get paid for them in a couple of days. But this is what your apps are going to look like right here. That's okay, Christina. We do this all the time. If you missed us do these, we've got more to do on our evening live. So this is what you're going to look at. If you go to the Find Projects section, it uses your GPS location, and it tells you what projects are available in stores near you. You're going to see stores you recognize, but I was just in Big Y. We've got Stop and Shop. We've got 7-Eleven. We've got Target. We've got Shaw's, Dollar General, BJ's. Costco's definitely on here. Walmart's on here. Price Chopper. There's Costco. So plenty of stores that you already know. Hannaford's, you're going to have different things in your neck of the woods too. And you are free to accept and decline these projects as you want. You can also use the map view too to see how much is available near you. If I pinch out, you guys can see we are in the state of Connecticut. Each of these bubbles is a job. So I can grab as many of these as I can reliably complete. And wow, Boston's going crazy right now. Boston and the greater Boston area, there's a lot of work out there right now. And you can search in other parts of the country, as you can see. So, all I have to do is pick projects like this. You guys saw the frozen meat and the breakfast. There's yogurt IRC. Let's see what this one is. We'll preview this one. IRC usually means coupons. So in this visit, you will locate the Icelandic provision set in the frozen section of the store. Apply up to 160 coupons to the Icelandic products. So if you're familiar with the Icelandic yogurts, they sell these. I've only seen these at like Whole Foods and stuff, but this is at a Big Y. This is a $6 project. It takes you roughly 20 minutes. This one doesn't have any information on it. That's annoying. There's some basic information on the project itself, but not the, I hate when they do that. I hate when there's projects and it doesn't tell you enough information. This one's an hourly paid position. So right here, this is what you're looking for right here. So this one is a $15 an hour project, could take you 60 minutes. It may not though. Merchandise, various shipper displays. So this one doesn't tell me which one this is. Check in with the manager. Inform them that you're working for, this is Mobile Essentials. They changed their project. So SRP Mobile Essentials, this is a pretty simple job too. You're gonna be restocking charging cords and cell phone accessories, headphones, things like that. So you're gonna go find the box back there and you're gonna take pictures of the back room, or whether they go back in the back, that doesn't matter. But you're going to find the product that you're looking for. The Cordzilla shipper should already mostly be together and set up with products on it. If not, you're going to mess with it. And it's just like one of those stand-up, what's it called? The stand-up cardboard displays that stand in the middle of the aisle. You're going to go set one of those up, and it's going to be for back to school technically. But it's going to have a whole bunch of charging cables on it for USBs. It's going to have lightning cables on there. And you're just going to take a picture of you setting it up, making sure everything looks good. And then there's the back-to-school shipper right here. Yep, there may be more than one location. The Americano one that's on the sales floor, if available in your location, is supposed to come off. You're going to take that one. And then the battery end cap. This is the one where you're going to go towards the end of the store and restock all the battery stuff there too. Yeah, so there's multiple of these that you can do. This is just an example. You can kind of understand what's asked of you before you do it. And you can take as many of these as you want. So that's what I did today. So, Field Agent is one of the other apps that we use. This one's pretty easy to learn on. Different categories of projects. And then, of course, you can see the map view. Each of these pins is a job. You can grab as many as you want. And Mobi. So the only difference with Mobi is that Mobis are first come, first serve. You cannot reserve these ahead of time, so that makes them a bit more inconsistent. But you can see there's projects all the way up and down the highway near me. And I can do as many of these as I want. So on the whole, you can use all these apps together, and we recommend you do so because these are all just one-off projects. If you want to use this as something supplemental or part-time, just whenever you feel like it, when you have a little extra time, go for it. You have total freedom to do this. You could do this in conjunction with other gigs that you do. If you do things like Uber, Instacart, DoorDash, or if there's a ton in your area, feel free to work put your nose to the grindstone and work as much as you want. When you're talking to the management or checking in with customer service, Casey, so you are a merchandiser, you're essentially a vendor. So you can just say, you're a vendor. A lot of times too, they will tell you who you're there on behalf of. So it could be, I'm on behalf of Trax, I'm on behalf of Frito-Lay, on behalf of, there's a bunch of these merchandising companies that, and it'll usually tell you who you're there for. It's usually on behalf of the brand that you're checking on. But it doesn't always tell you to check in. So printing is pretty common for merchandising projects. It's usually just like one sheet. You're not printing out packets of information, but you do need to have that physically in hand to go do your job, just in case they want it for, security purposes. Hey, who are you? What you're doing? And but you were talking about like one sheet of paper. I'm actually not able, this is a newer thing at the as far as the app goes. I'm not able to search other parts of the country like I was before. Every time I go to that area, it will bounce my map away and not let me see what's there. But in the past, I've been able to do that. I think it's just a glitch they have not ironed out yet. But yes, you should in your, at least for your app, should be able to search other parts of the country. Oh no, it did work. Okay, cool. So if you guys want to do some shout out some countries. So if you got, or some cities and counties. So if you want to see Houston, that's Houston, Texas right there. There's quite a bit of work in the greater Houston area. Let's see what's out there for you guys. Let's see. We've got liquid soap audits at Target. We've got, well, there's a bunch of those. We've got energy drink audits. We actually might be doing one of those live later. We've got energy drink audits. Those are usually Celsius. Tobacco point of sale signs. Those are very easy. The point of sale ones. We've got frozen foods and international at IGA. All right, let's see. All right. We'll keep going. All right, so I'll do it this way. I'll flip the phone around. You guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I see Virginia. Let's go. Pinch out. Here we go. Virginia. So let's go Charlottesville area. Why not? Just why not? Click off. Search. So just know that the map itself will bounce you back to your normal location. Watch. When I'm searching, it bounces me back to Connecticut, but then I pinch out and I go back to where I was looking, and you can see. Okay, so that's the Charlottesville area. It shows me other stuff here too. There's stuff around Richmond. Here's Fredericksburg down here. Here's DC. Plenty of stuff. All right, where's next? LA. Oh yeah, we've been out in LA before. Let me tell you, we've done some work out here in LA. Specifically, we've done work out in Anaheim. You can search this area too. Yeah, so if you're somebody that travels a lot, you can search in other parts of the country where you're somebody that drives, long distance, cross country, if you're a trucker, or if you just travel a lot in general, if you do road trips. Oh yeah, there's LA for you, babe. There's LA. There's plenty of work out here. What else we got down here? Over by San Bernardino, we've got San Diego. It didn't actually bring anything out in San Diego. I didn't search far enough, but plenty of work. I'm trying to see what this part of the Carlsbad. I've never heard of that. All right, where else we got? Georgia. We will actually be in Georgia next month. We will go to Georgia and Louisiana. That's a business trip that we've got coming up. We got searching in the Atlanta area. Searching. All right. Thanks, bud. Pinch back out. Look at that. Plenty of work out in oh, look. Atlanta. We've got out in the greater Georgia area. Peachtree Corners. We got Duluth. South Fulton down there. Colorado. So the middle of the country, I'll just straight up tell you, it's going to be a little bit difficult to find the high densities just because things are further between with you guys. Like there's just a lot more space between you. So you can obviously work as much as you want. That's nothing stopping you doing that, but you just might have to travel more than I would, for example. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so that's actually, Colorado's not too bad. Obviously towards the Denver area, not too bad. Also in the Greeley area, in the Fort Collins area, not too bad. Got a few more clusters down here in, what's that? San Pueblo? Why is it not letting me zoom in? Colorado Springs, Pueblo area. There's a little bit down here near there. Yep. And again, you can mess with this as much as you want. We'll do two more. Arizona. What's going on in Arizona? Let's search. There's Tucson. There's Phoenix. That's a state that I would love to go to. Maybe when it's not 110, though. You guys have been getting killed this year. Absolutely killed this year, and I feel bad for you guys. And SoCal, too. You guys have been melting. What we got? Okay. That's not bad. Hey, that's not bad. In the Phoenix area, it did not pick up anything in Tucson. I can research it, but we'll see what shows up. Yeah, not too bad. And again, projects are added all the time. It just depends on what contracts are live at the time that you're searching. Okay, yeah, there's plenty in Tucson too. All right, cool. All right, one more. Last one. There's work in Pennsylvania. We'll actually be in Pennsylvania next week. Let's check Illinois. Let's see what's going on in Illinois. All right. Let's search in Illinois. Sometimes if you have the map pinched out too far, it won't pick up as much. Sometimes you got to be more specific and it'll find more in that spot. We'll see. Pinching out. There we go. Yep, plenty of work in Chicago area. Even further out, Bloomington. You've got Rockford, Peoria, Champaign, Decatur. Yeah, you got work out there. All right. So that's basically, you can search all of the areas. Again, you can search as much as you want. I do that every once in a while. I don't usually do the whole shout out all the time. So again, if you are interested in becoming a freelance merchandiser, it's as simple as downloading the apps. These apps don't have any paywalls associated with them. There's only one thing that you have to pay for, and it's completely optional for us, and it has nothing to do with the merchandising stuff, and it's our Discord server. So as I said, you are working for yourself. You're an independent contractor. You are learning all on your lonesome. Nobody's shoving work down your throat that you don't want to do. Obviously, they'll give you offers, but you're free to accept and decline as you please. You can make this work all by yourself without a dime. If you are somebody that wants some extra help, though, we do have a paid Discord server, and there's a few things that go on in there. Number one, it's the only place that we talk to you guys, period. It is the only place we talk to you guys, period, other than our email from here. But we are very much aware of the spam profile issue. We are trying to get those taken down permanently. Just know, 2.5 million followers for Joanna right here. Pay attention to who you're following. There's a lot of smaller accounts that will claim to be our backups. We do not have backups. We do not speak to you guys on social media. No TikTok, no Telegram, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no Insta, no questions, no exceptions. We don't do any MLMs. We don't do any crypto. We don't do any NFTs. There is no speculative investments of any kind here. That's not what we do. We do the real life, go get yourself a side hustle, go try this in your spare time, and do the cash back and the saving and the things like that. That's what we do here. So nothing else. So the spam profiles are not an issue in the Discord because it's a verified server, which means you have to pass a certain clearance to be in there, and I control who's in there, who stays, who goes, and you always know that it's the real Joanna and I because we have specific badges that nobody else can have. So number one, you can always talk to us there any time of day, even when we're not live. But what we do in the Discord is if you're somebody that's looking for more real live help, because I'll straight up tell you, if you're having an issue in the store, you're not going to hear back in a timely fashion from customer service. There's just too many people, and not as far as like their customer service, they're just way too overstaffed. There's just not enough of them to get back to you quickly. So if you are having real questions, or if it's just a small question, or if you need specific tips, tricks, advice about your project, I'm in there, Joanna's in there, Wicked's in there, lots of our mods that are here, full-time, part-time, stuff like that, whenever we come on our lives, are in there, and they can help you as well. With any apps that you're doing. We can also talk to you guys about games in there. We can do some of the cash back and some of the savings and the coupons and all that stuff that we get going on in there too. It's just a real community. There's going to be other exclusive content that's coming, but just wanted to get the doors open for people that actually want help doing the merchandising, because it's kind of confusing, or you're just kind of hitting the wall in the very beginning. Obviously we can help you in there for sure. Yep. There will be more things coming, including exclusive lives on Discord that people on TikTok and YouTube will not see. You're talking about more resources to help you guys in your pursuits while you're doing this merchandising stuff. We're going to have like a massive database of a bunch of projects that I can get my hands on for people. You will actually see people have completed the project that you've been assigned, and you can read off their notes, their annotations, like an open note quiz. And that's going to be really cool. Awesome. Glad you appreciate it, 12 Bay. I've been able to clean anything. Nothing is available anywhere near me. Yeah, so it depends on what's in your area, Kimberly. You just got to check back from time to time. It also just depends on, where in the country you live. Some of these do cycle out, so just check out, if there's not a lot in your area. It could also be that they don't have enough merchandisers in your area, because those contracts can't go live in places where they can't reliably guarantee that there's going to be enough people to do all that work. So no 2 days are exactly the same, Nicole. Again, we get paid by the project, so it's not so much like how many hours I'm working. I have a work list to do, And when I get it done, my job is done. Or I can take more if I want to. But if that entire work list, if I've got a complicated day and it takes me 8-10 hours, then it takes me 8-10 hours. If that work list is like the same length, but it's different projects and they're a bit easier and I can go a bit faster and I get it done in 4, 5, 6, my day's done. So it's less about how many hours you're working and it's just more about you being efficient with your time, which again, just comes with practice. You checking in inside of stores on behalf of brands is just, it gets easier the more you do it. This is legit. Did this one in 2022. Thankful for Joanna. Yep. Yeah, Joanna's not here. Joanna is at an appointment right now, and from there, my daughter is coming home from overnight camp. She did, we call them 4-H camps up here. She's coming home from camp today, and she needed to got from there, and then she's got an appointment after that. So we split up today. So it's just me for the live. So if you're looking, where's Joanna? That's where she is. All right, my lip is sweating. That's why I keep touching my face. You did 4-H too? Nice. Yeah. I don't know, because it's not day camp, it's overnight camp, and it's just like camp. It's not like a camping ground. It's just kids camp. That's where they go. I don't know what you guys call it in other places of the country. So the pictures are pretty common. Your job is to be the eyes and ears of these companies. Not every company has the resources to put thousands and thousands of vendors all across the country reporting from distribution centers and home bases to report back to the brands to make sure that every product everywhere is sought after and accounted for. So when brands want a more deliberate, a more personal interaction, a more representative account of where their products are in a specific part of the country, that's what we do. So I can name a couple of projects that are common right now. There's tobacco ones going on right now where you're messing with some of the Juul products, like the vape things. There are some where you're doing like deli meats. I could tell you Rovignati's one of them. That's like prosciuttos and cheeses and things in the deli section. We work with the ones that I was doing in here. I think technically those are Tyson chicken nuggets. I think that's where that one comes from. There are things like, we've done Frito-Lay before, but there's nothing live for Frito-Lay right now. So whatever the product is, you're just there on behalf of that company so that they can get a more accurate idea of how the stores in your area are marketing their products. If there's a discrepancy between how things might be doing near you and other parts of the country, it could be, they can make decisions on that. Maybe something was oddly placed. Maybe there was a shipping discrepancy. Maybe it's out of stock. Maybe, it could be any number of things. But anything that happens behind the scenes with retail is usually what we work on. Generally speaking, the apps will blanket say 18. If you check the terms of service, some of them do let you be younger than 18, but I'm just going to straight up tell you, just for simplicity's sake, yes, there are some that you can be under 18 for, but just check the terms of service. So Field Agent is our recommended one to learn on, just because it's very simple, it's very clean, it's easy to learn on. But it just depends on what's available in your area. If there are not a bunch of audits near you, we do not recommend doing the iSpies and the scavenger hunts, because those are not the same thing. But you can learn on any one of these. It just depends on what projects are available near you. Yeah, absolutely, Trish. There's no restriction on like one per household as far as we know. Joanna and I both have accounts. We go and do our own separate stuff from time to time, like I did today. Yeah, so it does depend. Again, some of this is just going to depend on how much is available in your area. I can tell you that Moby is definitely really busy towards the beginning of the month, and then it starts to trickle off towards the end. But things do still pop up throughout. It just, they kind of evenly disperse things, because if you get all your work done and then there's nothing left, that kind of sucks. So what else? I've done Vitamin Water, I've done Nestle, done Rockstars. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different products that show up. It could be food and beverage products, it could be batteries, it could be light bulbs, it could be charging cables, it could be anything. It just depends. So all we encourage you guys to do is just to try these in your spare time. See how, just try to get that one project done right. Like, even if it takes you 5 times longer than the projected time required, just see if you can get it done. See if you can do the photos right, understand the project, upload it properly, and then once you get that success, you're like, oh, okay, all right, so let me try this again. Let me try a different product. Let me try a different a job to do. And it's something that can grow and shrink with you. We've done this at varying intensities over the years. We've done this in conjunction with other livery services. I've been, employed elsewhere. We are self-employed together. We've had full-time jobs. We've both been stay-at-home. Like, it's plenty of stuff. So Trax is actually the current owner on Survey Merchandiser. They purchased the company a little less than a year ago. But that's who Trax is. Exactly. First project took you 45 minutes. Now it takes you 5 to 10. It's all just about learning curve. And again, at the end of the day, if this ends up not being for you, it's okay. Just drop the apps. It's not a problem. But most of us are going to be able to figure out, this work is pretty decent, and it just comes down to, can you add this to small parts of your day? Even if it's just like a couple of projects here or there, if you're not like trying to uproot your full-time job or whatever, like you're happy where you are, but you just want a little extra. This is stuff that is very customizable and very flexible to anybody that's looking for some more. How do I feel about the stocking job? So it depends on the project. Most stocking jobs are pretty simple. The resets by design are going to be a bit more in-depth, just because there's going to be more product that you need to move, and those are usually paid hourly. Otherwise, it would take you wouldn't want to work, an hour and a half for $6. You just wouldn't. But the hourly paid positions are usually indicated as such. You can usually mentally consider them as resets. And those are paying anywhere from $15, $18 an hour upwards. And those are one-off projects, one-off shifts, I should say. Projects pay for, $5 to $25 on average. It's about the range to expect. You can find some higher ones too, but those are fewer and further between. And it's just about how quickly you get them done. If a $10 project takes you 5 minutes, you made $10. So that's what I did. That's what I was doing inside the store. I was going a little slower because I was explaining to you guys exactly what was going on, but I could have been done with my projects in 5 minutes or less. Yeah, there's other stuff we do too, like even if it's not the merchandising stuff, obviously that dominates the live content that we do here. But Joanna makes a lot of video content about making, some small dollars here and there, playing games in your spare time and filling out surveys. There's a bunch of apps in the profile that can help you do that. And that's just something that you only need a phone and internet. So you can do that wherever you are. You could be standing in line at the DFV playing games. You could be filling out surveys, in bed before you go to sleep. It's all real simple stuff. The cashback stuff too. If you already had to buy the thing anyway, whether it's groceries, gas, restaurant purchases, shopping online, if you already spent the monies, make sure you're getting cash back on those things, because you're leaving money on the table if you don't. There's a lot of ways that you could just save that stuff. Happy birthday to Heidi. Well, happy birthday, Heidi. How old is the birthday Heidi? How old? And again, we're throwing a lot of information at you guys. Most of our followers follow, and then they tune in, they check in on the lives, they watch us for a very long time before you ever start. And that's what we encourage you guys to do. Sometimes you just need to see it done enough over and over to get your confidence up and get yourself inside the store. Aw. Nope, nothing works in Ghana, unfortunately. Oh, she's 15. Wonderful age. Wonderful age. Happy 15th birthday, Heidi. Got offered a tobacco root. Which one, Michelle? There's a few of them. The Reynolds RJ ones, those aren't too bad. The Jewel ones are a bit more annoying depending on your location, but the Jewel ones aren't too bad either. And the signage ones are probably the easiest of them. Yeah, and that's totally cool, Nick. It's like, that's kind of what we do here. You know, this is all free information for you guys. At the end of the day, you can watch us for free all day long, but at the end of the day, it's you that's got to get in the store. And so again, there's never a price tag on that. As long as we can do this for free on TikTok, we will. It's been 3 years. Only now do we have a optional paid subscription on Discord and do occasionally ask for gifts on here. That's how we do things here. Yes, we've done the energy drink audits at Walmart. We have. Those are pretty simple. Oftentimes, the energy drink audits, it's been a while since I've seen one of the ones that I'm thinking of. I think it's the Celsius one that's live right now. If I'm correct, I think it's the Celsius audit, and sometimes they may ask you to purchase a unit. So buy and tries, whenever something's asking you to purchase, just know you are always reimbursed within 48 hours for whatever you spend. You get to keep the product for free, and you get paid to do it on top of that. Just so you know. If you're not interested in doing those, you don't have to. That's not a requirement. But if you are curious about the projects that involve product reimbursement or buy and tries, that's always implied. Energy drink at Walmart. Yep, Celsius. Don't think Celsius asks you to purchase anything. Nope. It was, crap, what was the name of them? We used to do a whole bunch of those live, and I had so many of them, and they were gross. I didn't like them, but I can't remember the name of the product. But it was like a white can, and there was like a pineapple one, and there was a green one, and there was a strawberry one. I didn't like them. Nope, not Accelerator. Something simple. It's like a one syllable name. I can't remember what they were. Oh, the financial apps? Yeah. So, if you are interested, we don't do very much in the financial space, but no, not White Claw. They were sparkling, yes, but no, it's not White Claw. Those are not energy drinks. So Current is the first one. Current is one, it's not a bank, it's an online, they offer online banking services. Think of things like Chime and Vero and Venmo and things like that. They're a really cool company because, number one, if you are somebody that's specifically just looking for some online banking and happens to need to establish or repair some credit, Current is a great way to do that because they can do that without offering you a secured credit card. So there's no limitations on your credit cards. You can just spend your money like your money. The other cool thing about Current is that if you give a qualified direct deposit, whether it's your full-time job or if you want to use the merchandising things that we do, those are direct deposits as well. They can give you up to a $500 cash advance off your direct deposit when you link your first direct deposit, if that's something that you're interested in doing. If you don't do that, there's still a really nice service anyway, and cash advances are always free unless you need them immediately. If you need them immediately, I think it's $5 and it'll be there by the next day or so. But cash advances are always free on Current. It's pretty cool. So again, they offer debit cards too, but obviously the credit building is a very useful tool. Something that's kind of just non-invasive, lets you spend your money how you want to and build you some credit at the same time. Also gives you free cash advances. The other one is completely free, and that's Money Pickle. I mean, Current's free too, but Money Pickle is a very cool company. We crossed paths with them in Louisiana last year at a business trip. Their mission statement is to spread financial literacy to anybody that wants it. Our country specifically does a horrendous job teaching people, kids, teenagers, and adults how to responsibly manage money. Financial health is massive, and it's a glaring hole in the educational practices of our country. So if you're somebody that has a goal but doesn't know how to reach it financially, so if you're trying to set up a retirement account, you're trying to help get yourself out of debt, you want more information on just investing in general, if you have specific things or just want and you lack the know-how to get it done, check out Money Pickle. You can schedule a call with them from the link in the profile. It's completely free. It's 45 minutes of comprehensive consultation about your income, your specific situations, and they can give you an actual roadmap for you to do the things you need to do to get to these, the next step in what you're doing. And you can schedule as many times as you want. The information is always free. It doesn't cost you anything. At the end of every call, they will recommend some products. They are completely optional to purchase. You don't need to buy anything if you don't want to. But, they've always got different types of tools that they would recommend that can help you. But you are speaking to real CPAs, qualified people to give you, qualified financial advice. Don't ever do that from somebody that you don't trust. Make sure that they have the credentials, and the people at Money Pickle definitely do. So again, if you are looking for financial health advice, maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe you are just waiting for, maybe you got your taxes in. Maybe you are, finally peeking your head up out of debt and you want to see what the next step is towards financial health. Check out a company like Money Pickle. You can schedule a call with them, virtual or by phone, and they're a really cool company. We like them a lot. But that's what the financial apps are there. Hey, yeah, I'd appreciate 50,000 likes. We're almost there. Listen, I'm thankful for every like. Every single day I wake up and look in the mirror and say, you're not Joanna. But somehow people still like the lives when she's not here. So if I could get some likes, Joanna will be very happy with me if I get 50,000. Can you explain the Pensa app that you need to have for some jobs? I've never been asked to use the Pensa app. So which one are you using for, that's asking you to use Pensa? Because I don't even know what that is. Unless that's a misspelling, whatever. Moby is asking you to use the Pensa app. I don't know what the Pensa app is, so I'm not sure what projects you're finding on Moby. Yeah, so Misplay is one of the gaming apps that we talk about. It's an Android-only one that we do. Many of the gaming incentives on there have no time limits either. So if you're somebody that's looking for a more laid-back experience and don't want to get cut off by a time limit, Misplay is a really good one to start with. Again, Android-only. But all of the gaming services are going to be pretty similar. There are going to be free games that you can play online. And if you hit levels as a new user within a certain amount of time, you will get an actual payout via PayPal. It's usually anywhere from like from 20 to 60 bucks each hit. Not the ads that you see. They're like, I made $12,000 playing bingo this week. No, you didn't. Absolutely, you did not. But Misplay is a pretty good one to use intermittently, especially because a lot of them do not have any. Oh, yay, we got 50,000. Thank you so much. So hang out for a few more minutes. If you guys don't know, TikTok changes the things that it prioritizes from creators. What they're currently pushing is 90-minute lives. And usually Joanna and I try to hover underneath an hour, but I'll stall for time a little bit. I'll play the game. Inevitably, Frizzle, most of these companies will have some internal mechanism of like automatically expiring and closing accounts, whatever, as long as you don't go dark forever, as long as you don't use the app for like 9 months to a year, you mostly should be fine. But by the same token, there's no incentive to keep the points on Moby either. It's not like it builds you more over time. So, I cash out whenever I have balances on Moby. But no, it's never expired on me before because I use the apps regularly. Best to start with, Merchandiser is probably the one that we've had the most success with over the years. If I'm going to pick easiest, I'm going to probably say Field Agent because a lot of those projects are very simple. I don't really have it sounds terrible, but I don't really have like a positive that Moby does that the others don't. But it's just more of like the same thing. I guess it's like, I'd say that there's probably on average more Mobys, at least in my area, available than there are in some Field Agents. Yeah, that's a fair app. That's a fair question to ask too. So all the income stuff is on the books, is taxable. We file 1099s as independent contractors. So if you filed a 1099 before, you're going to know what to expect. If you haven't, it's not that scary, I promise. But if you are worried about being on the hook for a tax bill that you don't want to have to pay, federal threshold is $600 per entity, which just means if you try one of these and you make less than $600 on it, it's considered a wash, and you don't have to pay taxes on it. So if you find out that you don't like this, you're fine. You're not going to get... buy and tries exist on all three. Most prevalent on field agent, but they do exist on server merchandiser as well. Mobies are once in a while, and they're never on the map themselves. They're always at the top. There's going to be like a banner, and it'll tell you that there are some buy and tries available. But yeah, field agent is usually where we're going to find most of the buy and tries. You can find products inside the store. There's a lot of restaurants too, like fast food places you can get free food from the buy and tries. Plenty of stuff. Checking with the managers is pretty common in search. It's not required for every single project. It's never required for Mobi or field agent. Survey merchandiser, once you start working a bit, and you get those mainstream products, yeah, you're going to check in with the manager. It's very benign though. You're not really like... It's not huge, because obviously that's the thing that's going to scare you away the most, especially if you don't like engaging with people in general. Having to speak to the authority figure, I understand that. The best advice I can give you is let your first visit of a project, just let it be. Whatever happens is going to happen anyway. Once you start to be more familiar with that project, the more you do it, you're going to be able to almost consolidate everything that you have to talk to the manager about in a 5 to 10 minute interaction. So which just means, anybody that's worked in middle or upper management before, everything is your job. Everything is your responsibility. So sometimes people might be a bit short with you, or maybe just don't have the energy to understand what you're doing. But the more you can be secure in the 4 to 5 things you need to ask about, and then just hit that with them, try to get that done in 5 to 10 minutes, minimizing your exposure to the manager is going to benefit you in the long run. And after a while, they're going to realize, okay, this person's actually here to help me, not to annoy me. I'm going to give them their information and move on, and I don't have to think about that product anymore. And that's kind of how it works. Yeah, it gets easier too. The DVD resets displays for Kroger always had to sign in a customer service. Yeah. And at most, you're just going to sign the little vendor log, maybe take a picture of your entry, whatever. Pictures of properties, those are on field agents. So those are fewer and further between, but the real estate audits are just exterior photos of properties. You do not go on private property. You do not go inside the buildings. You do not go any type of private or gated community. It is just photos from the street. Those projects are usually commissioned by insurance companies that want cover letters for policyholders, and it's just front photo of the property, left photo, right photo, done. Minimum of $7 project. You could do that literally on your way to work. Hey, there's one of these on the way to work. Snap, 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 $7. Move on in 30 seconds. It's really easy. Not usually, Mama Bear. Don't like them. So the audit-based stuff is what we try to do. And with the audit-based stuff, you're going to get paid no matter what. The scavenger hunts and the I Spies are not the same thing. What you're looking for is blips in the data. I do have a receipt. So when an I Spy is created or a scavenger hunt is created, that means that there was a receipt somewhere that was generated within the last 30 days that came from that store where the computer could not identify a specific product. There might be some basic information and it might be abbreviated and it will give you the UPC of what the product was, but it doesn't know what that product is. So that's what you're supposed to go find. Now the catch is there's no guarantee that that product is going to be there. And even if you find the product, if the UPC doesn't match, you don't get paid. And so that's why they're very frustrating. So if you want to try the I Spies and the scavenger hunts, you may try them, but I do not recommend that you only leave the house and try those because you're going to get frustrated. If you already happen to be out or you already have work to do at those locations, go ahead and peek for 5-10 minutes at the most. Do not go crazy. If you do find something that matches up, all you have to do is take 6 to 8 photos of it and describe the product and you will get paid. The money is fine. It's inconsistent because you can't always find what you're looking for. As someone that's been doing this from 10 years, some of you have great luck with them. We do not. We just don't. But the one cool thing about the I Spies is that if it originates from Target or if it originates from Walmart, you can find it in any store, not just Target or Walmart. You could have the product at home in a rare case. And if it was the right thing, you would get paid for that. Yeah, so Buffy, all the apps are available for free in the profile. The working stuff inside of the stores, those are in the merchandising app section. Those you can use in your spare time, and you just pick up projects, follow the instructions, and get paid. Yes, field agent for pictures of real estate. Yep. Yeah, and I mean, they're very hit or miss. Yeah, go ahead and try it today. You can start working today if you want to. If you have time today, create your accounts, get them verified, and go work. Go try it out. Just get yourself out there and try it. Did the Arby's one on Fields Agent last night? One picture, one question to get reimbursed plus $3. What'd you get for free, Shirley? What was your item that you got? Yeah, so we've done, for the Field Agent buy and tries, we've done things like Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, Popeyes, Taco Bell, Subway, Dunkin', McDonald's, like all the fast food stuff. We get free food all the freaking time. Whenever they show up, we grab them. It's really easy. Roast beef doubles, fries, and a Coke. Not bad. Free lunch for you or free dinner, whichever the case may be. Or if you're getting takeout for the whole family, that's one person's meal that's free. That's how I look at that. Is this something you consider if I don't like the game? Yeah, for sure. For sure. And now unemployed, I've been this way for the last Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely, Buffy. This is all free to try. Nothing to buy or sell with us. Not that there's anything wrong with people selling books or courses. You're, more power to anybody that's want to do that. But, we have found a business model that works where we don't have to do that right now. So we don't. Yeah, they're all free, Miss J. They're always free. The only thing that you would need to pay for is if you are interested in subscribing to the Discord service. And that's a monthly membership. You can cancel at any time. That's just if you want extra help when you're already kind of integrated and you're kind of serious about doing this merchandising stuff. You already kind of get the idea, but you just want more guidance, more help, more tips and tricks and stuff like that. Thank you, Buffy. You're very sweet. We're good. Oma, how are you? Or OMA. Good. We're towards the end of the live now, because I'll step off in a little bit. Downloaded the app and claimed a job to do on your way home from my full-time job. Exactly, Cassie. Most of our followers are not doing this full-time. You can, but you don't need to. This is just stuff that you can intermittently grab whenever you happen to see it. Check the apps a few times a day. Hey, I have to bring the kids out to the doctor's appointment, or I got soccer practice after, or, I've got errands to run, whatever the case. Oh, look, there's a few jobs in my town. I'm just going to grab those. There's no reason not to, because this work is so free. If you have the patience to learn something new and the executive function to maybe manage a few apps at once, it just makes sense to do it. And then once you get into cash back and gaming and all that stuff, there's a lot of apps that could take a lot of your day. You don't need to use everything that we have, but for sure you can. You have Popeyes on your free agent, just had the chance to get Field Agent. Yep, we do the Popeyes too. Usually with the lunch rush ones though, and the dinner rush ones, you can only do those at certain times of the day. They'll obviously want you to do that at the beginning of the day if the breakfast menu's still up, you know what I mean? So if you make a purchase in Field Agent at a store like Target, you get that. Yes. So those rules for product reimbursement. Again, if you're not interested in doing product reimbursement, you do not have to. Every project is at will. You are free to accept and decline what you please. If you want to do some of the buy and try stuff, any money that you spend on that buy and try is fully reimbursed within 48 hours. You get to keep that product for free. The only thing you can't do with that product is return it. So if it's something shelf stable, whatever, obviously if it's fast food, you can't return it, obviously. But you can donate it, you can throw it in the garbage. If it's food, you can eat it. You can do whatever you want with it except return it. And the third thing is, you get paid to do this on top of that. It's not just free food for free food. Obviously, we're good for free food, but they will also give you a few bucks on top of that too. So Fetch, the receipt window for Fetch for valid receipts, they need to be newer than 2 weeks. So as long as that receipt was printed within 2 weeks, it's still a valid receipt. You are allowed 35 receipts, individual receipts in a week for physical paper receipts. If you have your email address linked on there, you get unlimited receipts. So if you're somebody that shops online, there's no ceiling to what you can redeem on Fetch for receipts. For the paper receipts, it's 35 in a week. Is there a buy and try that was like 45 minutes away? Yeah. with Fetch. Okay. The buy and tries are available on all of them, but they're most prevalent on Field Agent. So, Michael, as long as you have a steady trickle of projects that you keep working on and keep getting completed, you can cash out as much as you want. The minimum to withdraw is $5 in most cases, and you manage your own deposits in the payment centers of these apps. So it's not like it is direct deposit because it's going directly to your bank accounts, but it's not an auto direct deposit every time that you have. It's just you can bank your funds until you want to cash out and then cash out. Yeah, for sure, Chula. The merchandising be done with a toddler? Absolutely it can. So we don't have toddlers anymore. They're all big now. They're all big and don't want to come in the store anymore. But absolutely, we have done large sections of our careers as merchandisers with kiddos in the cart. A lot of our projects are easy enough and familiar enough with us to where we could just do this and, keep the kiddo on the iPad or something. And just while you're doing your grocery shopping or whatever the case may be, take your kiddos with you. Like, it's really not that bad. A lot of what you do too is anonymous in the sense like you're not always checking in. So if you have independent projects where you don't need to check in with customer service, you just look like any other customer there, and it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yep, and we've both been stay-at-home parents before. And this stuff is something that you can grow and shrink as your needs change. If you're between careers right now and you want to just bust your butt, go ahead and work as much as you want. If something better comes along the way, or if you're happy where you are and you just want something extra, use this supplemental or part-time. There are nurses, there are teachers, there are entrepreneurs that use these things. It's just extra income that anybody can use with any availability in any schedule. The more you do, the easier it gets. There's a steep learning curve if you've never done anything like this, but after that, that's it. It's just income. So Sarah, we already did our projects today. We did we did one refrigerated meat and breakfast audit. And then we also did a frozen meat and breakfast audit. Those were 2 projects on Survey Merchandiser. I got paid $10 each, and it took me a total, including explaining to you guys, about 20 minutes. That's about how long I was in that store. And I was doing it with one hand because the other hand had the phone in it, and I'm explaining things and showing you guys step by step what to do. On your own, you're going to be a lot quicker. If the store is no longer open, you will still be paid for your time, but you need to indicate that location is permanently closed. The apps will walk you through that scenario if it arises, because that's not your fault. And they might get incomplete information too. Like, they just get a list of serviced retailers and they may not get the update if one of those locations closes. It happens from time to time. Don't like the iSpies user. Just don't like them. They work, but they're inconsistent. There's no guarantee you're going to find what you're looking for, and in that instance, you don't get paid. With the audits, if you don't find what you're supposed to be looking for, you will still get paid. So we much prefer those. Joanna so she has an appointment, and then she's picking up our daughter from camp because our daughter comes home from camp today, and then that daughter has an appointment. So it was just easier for us to split up today, so you'll see her on the evening live. Just me today. Does work in SoCal. Works in all 50 states and some availability in Canada. There are a couple of exceptions here and there, but that's mostly going to cover all 50 states. And we've worked personally in SoCal as well. We have been to SoCal twice. We live in Connecticut, so we've been to SoCal twice in the last 2 years, and we've done work there both times. We try to get a decent survey of what's available in different parts of the area, because some of this is regional. I'll straight up tell you, you guys in your area, you might have liquor audits. To this day, 10 years, never done a liquor audit because they don't offer them where we live, and when we are down south or other places, we're not near any of the liquor audits. So to this day, we've never done one. You're originally from Connecticut. Where are you at now, Miss Screensaver? Just ready for Field Agent. How does it work? Do you have a video? So all the apps that we use, if you want to look through the Side Hustle playlist and some of the pin videos, that'll get you like a head start as to what we do here. We don't have a dedicated video for Field Agent if it's not in the Side Hustle playlist, but yeah. So for the Caribbean, the only thing that I know that works in the Caribbean, period, is I know that the Fetch app works in Puerto Rico. And that's because that's a U.S. territory. I'm not sure if it works in other U.S. territories, but generally speaking, the Caribbean is not serviced to this day. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Melissa. I've heard horror stories about the liquor audits. For sure. We do not have Telegram softwares. Nope. No Telegram, no WhatsApp, no exceptions. We do not ask you guys for anything, and we do not contact you guys unsolicited. We do not send out feelers. More likely than not, people wait for us. The spam profiles wait for us to go live. They wait for you guys to start engaging with our videos. They see your name when you comment. They go find you on TikTok, and then they reach out to you with some fake profile and say, hey, talk to me on Telegram, talk to me on WhatsApp. Those are encrypted messaging services. If you don't know the person you're speaking to on an encrypted messaging site, you're going to have a bad time. I do not recommend you do that ever. Not even once. How do you get paid in gift cards, or I'm not sure what ACH is, but yeah, Mobi offers gift cards. Some of the gaming apps offer gift cards, and the cashback apps will offer gift cards as well. Yep, no DMs, no nothing. No nothing. But again, we do talk to you guys on the secure Discord server if you want to subscribe to that. Subscribing to the Discord server is not the same thing as subscribing to TikTok, just so you know. We would rather see you on Discord, just so we're clear. And then we do take emails. I'll just straight up tell you, we're a little inundated with emails right now, but we do accept your emails. And obviously you guys can comment here. With the gaming apps, do you have to pay to get paid? No. So you always have the option to add cash in if you just want to make your progress go a little faster. But no, the games are free. You can hit the thresholds, the gaming thresholds, in the time limit without actually having to pay. It just requires some smart gaming, and you kind of have to set timers and collect all of your free things, which we can help you with as far as your gaming stuff. But yeah, yes. And again, like 2.5 million followers, it's pretty hard to replicate that. Even if you want to pay for subscribers and pay for followers, 2.5 million followers is still a lot to pay for. So the spam profiles do not have 2.5 million followers. Only Joanna does. Yep, so all the info, Christy, is available in the profile. So there's 3 pinned videos, and there's a side hustle playlist. And then, of course, the link in the bio takes you to all the apps that we talk about. Whether you're looking to make money, save money, or get cash back, there's a bunch of free apps that you don't ever have to pay for. They're free with or without us, all in that profile. So grab some of those to try, watch some of the content, and then catch one of our lives. We usually try to show you the merchandising stuff on the live content, because that's usually what gets us, the views and the likes and the shares and all that stuff. Because everybody likes to be able to make stuff in their spare time, especially when it's so flexible and additive to what you're doing in a day already. How many times you go to the grocery store in a week, For us, it's like every day. So the merchandising stuff makes really, really good sense for us. But, we do the gaming and the survey stuff. We do cashback, coupons, all that type of stuff. So if any of that sounds good, grab some to try, drop a follow, and then catch us live. We will be live tonight between 8 and 10 Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what we're doing. I usually let Joanna figure that out. So we will find something to do. So in the meantime, oh yeah, profile link is right here. I can show you. Profile link. Okay. Profile link is right here. This is Joanna's profile. Make sure it's the one with 2.5 M. See that 2.5 M right there? Link in the profile right there. Just click this or go to JoannaLynnOfficial.com. I might have clicked the wrong thing. Yep, I clicked her shop. There we go. And this is going to be the page right here. You can also just go to JoannaLynnOfficial.com. These are all her apps, all her links, all her sites. Yep. Easiest to start on is Field Agent, but you can start with all of them as a brand new person. But we will be live tonight again between 8 and 10 Eastern Time. So if you want more information, or you want to pop in and say hi, you want to try some of the stuff and then meet back up with us later, we look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, watch some videos, download some apps, write down your questions, consider joining the Discord if you want some more help, and we will see you this evening. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. TikTok won't end the live. I apologize.